Good morning, guys. So today I wanted to talk about a few things that people have brought up to me, either on our Instagram or our Facebook or our community tab on YouTube. One thing, we still do not have comments enabled. That is a YouTube choice. That is not by our choice. We are not able to turn them back on at this time, and there is no news about when we will be able to turn them back on. There are several people that I know of who are going through the same thing on YouTube, and they have gotten no answers either, except for a form letter that says yada yada yada. And basically, you're not going to get comments back until further notice, which probably never will transpire because of things that are going on YouTube right now with kids. We are going to have an announcement soon when we get to that point, and hopefully that will come before the beginning of the year, what we are going to do with our channels. And it is going to be something really great for the kids, and it will free us up to not worry anymore, and that'll be great for us. It's not going to be what we had hoped for and what I wanted for my kids and what I wanted for our family, but we pretty much have everything that we need right now, and we have pretty much everything that we want. We have to do one major fix on this house, but that is going to cost thousands of dollars, and it has to do with the septic system. It's going to pretty much destroy our entire backyard. We do need to do that relatively soon, but we are not able to afford that right now, so we have not done that. That's pretty much all that we are thinking of doing, except for remodeling Zeb's house, which is going to happen no matter what. Right now I am trying to get sponsors to help with that cost because there is a lot that's going to go into that. And I knew that from the beginning, and so did Zeb. Zeb knows that it's going to take a while for us to get it all complete or to even start on it. I want to do half of his house first, and then the other half. As some of you may know, Zeb lives in a tiny house. It consists of it's like a studio apartment. It has a small kitchen, an area for his office, like home office, desk. He's got another desk in there, like a reading desk and a workspace, and a bed with his closet and everything, that goes along with your bed. So there is also a little bit of damage to one of the walls because two trees actually fell on an air conditioner that was in the wall, and it leaked there. It happened during the hurricane, and it wasn't compensated through insurance or FEMA or anything. So my dad did some basic repairs on it, but the damage was still there through a month and a half of rain the entire time. And it damaged a wall, so we do need to replace that. So there's some significant work that needs to go on. I have to replace carpet and get new furniture. I've gotten a few pieces so far, but there's stuff gonna happen with that. And when I do it, I want to do it half at a time and then the other half at a time. But I want to do it within 2 weeks. I want to get it done very quickly, and I want to have a before and after and a middle, taking you on a journey to what we did and do it on a budget. I would like him to have some really cool stuff in there too. I want to make it personalized for him. So that's why it's taking a really long time, but that is definitely something that I have been wanting to do for years now. I got him little things, I got him a really nice computer chair. I got him a desk, but it was garbage. It was from Target. It came like garbage. So he needs a new desk, and I'd like to get him a new bed, just all the things. And I have to get him a new closet, and that's going to be the big purchase, and I wanted to get it from IKEA because I love IKEA closets, and it would be perfect for his little house. So, you know, all IKEA stuff is good for small houses. So a lot of people have asked about Hadar and what his situation is now that he is not working in the military. He worked in the Israeli Air Force as a soldier there, and now he doesn't have anything to do with any military. He can't join the American military because it's, even though they're allies, it is a different thing. I'm sure like down the road when he is a full-on citizen, he will be able to do that if he wanted to. I'm not sure the laws on that, but right now he is not able to do that, and he does not want to do that. He has thought before about being a police officer, and that could be something that he does later on. We don't know. But right now, it is good for our family for him to be home. We need to be home together. We enjoy being home together, and we enjoy working together. So that is what we have been doing. Not so much him working on vlogs because he's not doing that. He does a few things here and there. He helps me manage Instagram sometimes and Facebook sometimes. Like he'll post the links or whatever, but he doesn't do a lot of the YouTube stuff. That's still almost 100% on me. He does color edit and he sound edits to make the videos sound better and look better. So he's working in translation from Hebrew to English, and that's what he's been doing. So that is his job, and I know a lot of people have been asking, is he going to go back to work? He's never stopped working. So he's been working the entire time. From the day that we moved, probably to like a week later, he had already been working. So he's been working the entire time. We both have, and we have both been starting to work in other things most recently, probably like a month ago. And we've been working so much. We go to bed at like 1 or 2 in the morning every single day. It's really taxing because I wake up really early in the morning. I am super tired. Every day you'll see me pretty much done with the day by 2. And that's when my day should be like rolling, you know, doing good stuff and being productive. But I am so tired that I feel like I should take a nap. And if I do take a nap, then that's the rest of my day. I cook, I get the kids off to bed, you know, that's when I should be going to bed, but I start to work. That realistically, a good day for me would be to wake up about 6 o'clock in the morning, do some work, get the kids ready for school or daycare, depending on like what day it is, if we're gonna go to the gym or not. Go to the gym, work out, you know, come home, have lunch, play with Abigail for a while, go get go get Rafael from school, you know, just have a normal day. But it's not like that every day, and to get a schedule like that takes so much work. And right now we're in the very beginning processes of like doing our new work, and we're starting our new thing that we're doing so we can have more time with the kids. But staying at home for Hadar right now is like, it's made our family so much happier. And money does not make you happy. Having security makes me happy, and that's what I need right now. And YouTube does not give us any security at all. Like my paycheck from YouTube can be drastically different from month to month, from week to week. I get paid every month from YouTube, and since I started getting paid, I didn't get paid from YouTube for like 5 years. So I made daily videos for no money. It was strictly for hanging out, I guess, as a hobby, for fun. I I just didn't. I thought one day maybe I could make it, to where I could make money and it would just be like passive income. And it basically has been. For a couple of months, it was a little more than minimum wage. And I was able to save money for about 2 years to move to America. It's just not, it has never been permanent. And we knew that it would never be permanent, and we knew that it would never be stable. And people warn you from depending on YouTube as being like a stable paycheck, because it is not. You need to get into other things, like do merch, and we have no merch. You need to do sponsors, and our sponsors are like literally like $30. You know what I mean? That's our sponsors. So it's when I learned how much money people are making who have the same amount of views as us, they're making thousands of dollars in sponsors, and I'm just like, really? Because, okay, we don't make that much. And to me, it's like, yeah, $30, okay, that's like a day's pay for me, So I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and do that because I use that product anyway, So, and I just want to be real with you because we're doing everything wrong. Everything. And it's never really worked out. We've been able to get by, and some months we're not even getting by. So, it's just, we moved from a different country. I feel like we're successful just because we were able to do that. And it's so, like, we have a house to live in. Like, I feel really blessed with what we have right now. It's just amazing. And I can't look at people who just bought, a house for $500,000. I can't look at people like that and say, oh, we don't have that, so we're not successful, because it's not true. We are successful. We have done everything that we sought out to do. The only thing that is lacking is, like, I wanted something for my kids. And they have a lot, don't get me wrong. I wanted a future on YouTube or social media for my kids. And I still want that. I want them to be able to do that front end and have nothing behind it to do. You know what I mean? I want them to not talk to people to get their opinions on how they look or what they do or how they act. I just want them to do their thing, have fun with it, and build a career behind that, because they're little actors and they love doing that. They have fun with it. Zeb had toyed around with the idea of being on YouTube long ago, and I think he would be able to do something good, like a commentary, like news stuff, but they frown on that kind of content now. So it's like, I'm glad he didn't get into that. But like, he's really philosophical and he's extremely intelligent. He has really good ideas and opinions, and it's just interesting to listen to him talk about things. And he knows a lot of stuff. Like, he reads a lot. And he got into that while he was living in Israel. I just think it's really, he's turned out so well. You know what I mean? He's got a good education. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He has a strong work ethic, and he's doing good. And I think that he has a lot to talk about on YouTube, and he could make that a career if he wanted to do that. But he has shown that he is a little shy and doesn't like to be on camera very much. But Rafael asks me all the time, can you make a video? Can you make a video? And I worry that I can't film my kids anymore, you know what I mean? And that's why I don't want to change anything about our channels, because my kids are my channel. It's a family thing. It's a family channel. And Rafael's channel, I have no idea what to do with. I'm going to have to turn it into something that I didn't want it to be, but maybe it'll be fun, It's like one door closes, one door opens kind of thing. And I think whatever he does with that channel, I'm going to have to get his opinion on what he wants to do. But whatever he does with that channel, it's either going to be good or it's going to completely fail. And we'll see what we're going to do about his channel, because I still have no idea. We have to go back and see if he's even allowed to film for his channel, or how much percentage of him is allowed on that channel, or Abigail. Do I have to be in every single one of the videos? Because I just wanted that to be his channel with him on it. Me editing, me moderating, you know, it's my channel, but it's about him. So, I don't know. That is still up in the air. We have a few months until January to actually see what they're going to do with it. It's probably going to get demonetized. This channel, I have no idea if it's going to be monetized or not. In January, we are going to either survive or move on. I don't know. We'll see. January 1st, because that's when the changes go into effect for family channels. And despite what everybody says, our family channel is not safe. It is not safe. And I don't know how to change that. We don't have any of the things listed on that list, but there are a lot of hidden factors that nobody is telling us. Our comments are off. Other people's comments are on. What are the factors in that? I don't know. It's just not, it's not being told. And it's kids under the age of 18, but some kids who are 13 and up are able to have a channel with comments. So I don't understand what the rules are, and they're definitely hidden, and nothing is transparent, and I can't speak about it. Happens that's not good for me. We have been blessed so far to be on YouTube, to have a community that cares about us very much, that has been around with us for years, and we appreciate you so much. And we don't want to stop vlogging, even though we are moving from this as an income to a different thing as an income. We don't want to stop vlogging, and we want to share what is going on. We want to help people, and we want to show what life is like with autism and OCD, and that you can, you know, live through a diagnosis of autism, because it's not the end of the world. And I was recently reminded of that. I play World of Warcraft, and in my guild alone, we have 3 people who work with special needs kids, and 2 of them are ABA, like instructors or whatever, teachers. So, and one of them I have known for 15 years. So it's very interesting that he chose to do that career, and I have kids with autism, you know? So it's like, it was kind of meant to be that I ended up with these people who I've known forever, and they work with special needs kids, and I've gotten to talk to them about their ideas and their learning and what they do for a living. And they've talked to me about my kids with autism, you know. And I was reminded that when Zeb was diagnosed, I thought, well, that's it. He's not going to have a life. You know, he's going to live with me for the rest of his life, and I'm going to have to take care of him. And then I forgot to look at my kid and say, my kid didn't change. He's still the same kid. It's just a diagnosis of things that we have to work on, you know. So I want to help other parents, because there was nothing for me. There was no resource. I had nowhere to look. I had no examples to see of someone with Asperger's. I didn't know that they could grow up and be independent and have, like, just a, you know, work on a few things and just have a better life. I just thought it was always going to be a struggle for them and be hard, and not, there would never be any happiness, but there is. And I want to help parents who have kids that have Asperger's, and I want to bring awareness to that, because yes, there are a lot of people who are aware of severe autism, but you probably know at least 10 people who have Asperger's and you don't realize it. And I just want to bring more awareness to that. And I think that we have with our videos. I think that we have. And I know I've personally helped a lot of people who have recently got their diagnosis, or their parents have gotten a diagnosis for them, and they felt better once they had watched Rafael. And they can relate to Rafael, and that to me is really, really special. And like 20 years ago, 18 years ago, when Zeb got diagnosed, he was 18 months old when he got diagnosed. And you know, for like 10 years after that, he had therapy, speech therapy, all kinds of therapy, occupational. And while he was going through all of that, I would have liked to have seen just one other person who had Asperger's, and I didn't. I didn't see one other person with it. So I had nothing to compare it to. But today with the internet, you know, you can look things up and people can discover what Asperger's is like and what it's like to live with it and how Asperger brains think. So anyway, I'm going on a tangent here, but I still think that there is a purpose for us to be vlogging, and that purpose doesn't have to be monetarily related, and we are trying to move off of that. We still will be maybe earning an income after January from YouTube, but we will not be depending on that income at all, and we will not even be looking at that income. It will continue to go into a bank account, and we won't have any interest in it. It'll be something that'll build up, and hopefully one day we can do something with it, but it's not anything that we're going to depend on. We're not going to depend on it to like buy groceries or pay our loan payments or anything like that. So that will be really freeing for me and Hadar, especially for me. And I'm looking forward to not being dependent on that every month and living paycheck to paycheck. And that's easy to say, like it's really easy to say, but with that comes a lot of extra work, and that's what we're doing right now, and hopefully we will be able to get there by January so we don't have to worry. But right now we're a little worried, and we probably will be until March. So hopefully not longer than that, but yeah. We will come out with the announcement of what we are actually doing, because we have to figure it out for a couple of our channels right now, and that will be soon. And we're also going to do an opening of a box that I have been keeping for probably 6 months now, and I have very mixed feelings about that. But I just wanted to come tell you some things that people have had questions about, especially like with Hadar's job and stuff. Hadar has never stopped working. He will not stop working. So I trust his work ethic. I trust him, and he is a provider for this family, and he always will be. So, you know, God willing. So I have no problems with him staying at home and taking care of us. Oh, one other thing I want to tell you, my mom is sponsoring Hadar, which means that I didn't make enough money to sponsor my husband in America. Okay, so that's all that means, but it doesn't mean that we can't live off of what I make, because we can, and obviously we have been. You know, being poverty on paper is different than like poverty in real life, because we can just cut back on what we eat, what we spend, what we, you know, just random things that we buy, we can just cut back. And we have for the past 2 or 3 months now. We came in like a storm wanting to get everything done, and we did. We got pretty much everything that we wanted to done except the septic system, which we didn't know is so bad because we didn't have a house inspection because the house was so cheap. We just rushed onto it. We got this house like weeks before we moved here, and it was a blessing. It still is. We love this house. There's just some things that we need to fix because they're bad. But since my mom is sponsoring Hadar, because he's not an American, that means that we will never be able to go on public assistance, or that includes welfare or food stamps or Medicaid. If we do, my mother will have to pay 100% of that back, and I will never. I would rather live on the street than have my mom pay for anything like that. So we will never, ever do that. And I know some of you are very concerned about that we're living on welfare or food stamps, but that will never happen, ever. Hadar is sponsored by my mom for like the next 5 or 10 years or something. Like, she has full responsibility of what Hadar does. So he pays taxes because he's working, he pays taxes. And also he will never go on assistance, and neither will any of us, because we're connected to that. So we are not, and we will never. You're not like paying your tax money for us to live. We're working, and we work very hard. I know some of you don't believe in like being online and being on social media as a job, but it is a very hard job. Very hard, and you have to have very thick skin. And sometimes my skin's weak in certain areas, so I've had a hard time dealing with that and having depression and whatever. But it is a job, and I do love this job, and I want to continue this job, and I will. I just won't be dependent on the money that is produced from it, if that makes any sense. So I just wanted to clear those things up. We are working. We're working very hard. And we're hopeful that we're going to be okay. So we will see in January, but I will have an announcement probably around January about what exactly we're going to do when we figure this all out. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting our family. And we're not going anywhere, no matter what, money or not. We're here, and we're going to stick around. So thank you for sticking around with us. And I'll see you tomorrow for the kids. It's called Sky Zone, and we're going to jump.